Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Vivian Rose. So in this week's episode, we're going to be talking about how to stop obsessing over boys and start obsessing over yourself, because literally this is like such a big thing today and I just seriously hate it. So I'm going to be telling you guys everything about it and try to get over this obsession, because I know how it is to have all these obsessions and stuff like that, but you really should get over the obsessions that are like unhealthy. So let's get right into this week's episode. Okay, so we're going to be starting off with the Monday motivation as always, but let me go ahead and welcome all the new podcast listeners. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for clicking on the podcast and listening to it. I really appreciate it. In this podcast, we talk about how to become an it girl as a teenager, because all teens should start to become it girls. I don't know why I got tongue-tied right there, but all teen girls should start to become it girls, whether you're already an it girl, a girl boss, or you're it girl in training by the end of like 5 episodes and maybe even 1 episode. If you have like an open mind, you're going to become an it girl already. So I'm super excited. So let's get right into the first segment, which is Monday motivation. So this is inspired by the Busy Yet Pretty podcast, and one of her newest episodes was to get up and start. So I loved that episode, but I really want you guys to know, if there's something that you want to do and you want to achieve, you have to take one step towards it. You have to start somewhere. Right when you start something, you're not going to be perfect. Everybody knows that you're not going to be perfect right when you start something. We accept it. We're okay with it. So we're going to start where we are right now. It's better to start than not try at all, because you're going to have regrets later on. So I feel like you should definitely try whatever you're trying to get up to. Like if you have a career that you want to do, like in modeling, start somewhere. Like start watching modeling videos, listen to a modeling podcast on how to get into the industry, do different things and follow different people that can help you along with the way with your career and your interests and different things like that. The fashion icon of the week is Olivia Rodrigo's Guts-inspired outfits. Like her new album, Guts, is going to come out on September 8th. And so her style's just been so cute recently, and I just really love it. Of course, we love and we pay honor to the sour outfits, but I just really love this style a lot more. It's more wearable and just practical for normal people. Like, I love the sour outfits, but that's something that, like, I would totally wear it, but it's not like practical for like everyday wear, And so I just really love the Guts outfits that she's been wearing. Like she had like this red skirt on, this white tank. It was so classy. And then she had on like a lot of cute clothes recently. So I just really love her outfits. They're giving Sophia Richie sometimes, but also with like an edge to it. So I've been really loving that. That's really my style. I love to dress like classy and pretty, but I like to add like a little bit of an edge to it. So I'll wear like Doc Martens a lot, because it just like really keeps the outfit me almost. So I just really like her style recently. Next is the quote of the week, which is, "Some things work and some things don't. There's always something." Oh my God, I completely messed that up. Let me start over. See, this is so relatable. Okay, some things work and some things don't. There is almost always another way to get where you want to go. Don't keep trying to open a locked door. I love that quote. I got it from James Clear newsletter, and so it's just so good. I really love it because it's so true. You can't keep trying to open up a locked door. If you see an open door, then go into that opportunity. If there's a locked door, stop trying to go through that opportunity, Say, for example, you have friends, okay? So one friend is super open with you, but you guys don't really have that much in common. Like, she's super sweet, you really like her, but you guys don't have that much in common. You don't really know what to do. And then you have another friend that had a lot in common with you, but she's kind of a jerk, and she doesn't really want to hang out with you. She doesn't invite you to things. Well, the most smart thing to do is go with the good friend who you don't have much in common with, because she's going to be there when you need support, when you need love, when you need comfort, rather than the girl who has most in common with you, but she's a jerk. That's a locked door. Go through the open door, okay? So just really try to take that in and put that into your life this week. Here's a weekly recap of what I've been up to. I've just been up to pretty much. So I had a 3-day convention. If you don't know what that is, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. So I have different Bible conventions that I go to, and I had my 3-day one this past weekend, and I absolutely loved it. I finished it and it was just so great. It was in person, obviously, but it was so fun. I got to make so many new friends. I'm telling you guys, I made so many new friends. Seriously, I made so many new friends. I met so many good people, so many nice people. I definitely went through the open door, not the locked one. So I'm just making so many new friends that align with my life now, and new friends that that can just, hang out with me, and just that they really care about me, And so I'm just so tired of having friends that don't really care, don't really bother to invite me to things, don't even bother to just message me, you know? And so I just really like to make new friends that I know that would care about me. Just from like, you have that first conversation with them, you can tell the type of person they are. And the friends that I met this past weekend, they are amazing people. So I really love them. I made so many new friends, and I'm going to have like a little party with everyone because I really want to see everyone again. I wish I could do that every single day. But what else have I been up to? Not really much. I've just been getting ready like the past 3 days for the convention. I've been doing makeup, eyeshadow, mascara, highlighter, brows, my hair. Just got my hair done. And it's just like, it's been a lot, but it's super fun to get ready. So I have no regrets about getting ready all the time. But yeah, I think that's pretty much what I've been up to recently. We've just been shopping a lot for the convention, but now that it's over, we probably will still be going shopping, obviously, but I won't be going shopping for like dressy clothes. But yeah, that's what I've been up to this past week. The featured listener this week is Grace. I love Grace, you guys. She's like oh my gosh, like she's my girl, you know. She's super sweet. And so she left me a review on Apple Podcast, and she titled it The Perf Podcast with like some hearts. They're so sweet. So this is what Grace said. She said, first of all, she left it 5-star. She says, Vivian's podcast is literally one of the best I've listened to. Her calming, sweet personality and knowledge on all things It Girl makes this podcast positively binge-worthy. I promise you, you will not want to miss this one. That is like the sweetest thing anyone has ever told me, you guys. Like, I put so much work into this podcast, and the fact that people actually like care about it and people actually realize and notice, that means so much to me. I really, really appreciate that review, Grace. It literally made my day when I saw it. I was like, oh my god, this girl is so sweet. I wish I could just go give you a hug. Like, you were like the sweetest girl ever. I love you. But if you want to be featured on next week's episode, leave a review on Apple Podcasts and leave one on Spotify too. I really appreciate that. Next is the journal prompt of the week, which is, what are the current habits that are hindering my future progress? Journal that question, and it can really help you to see what habits that you need to like get out of your life and good habits that you need to bring into your life to reach that dream goal of yours, or that long-term or short-term goal that you're trying to work towards. But now let's get into the episode. Y'all, my mom keeps texting me. Who else's mom like texts you all the time? Like, I feel like that's like a girl thing. Like, everybody's mom's always texting them, and you're always texting them back, like literally 24/7 if you're not with them. So it's so funny. It's so relatable, honestly. But I need to get into the episode. I've just been talking for a while. But so the first thing I'm going to be talking about is, first of all, I'm going to get pretty serious in this episode because this is something I'm very like big on. Like, it's just, and my mom has taught me to be big on this. Like, I don't even watch like TV shows that are just all about romance. I don't watch things like that. I don't hang out with people like that. Like, 'cause she's taught me that you become your friends, and so you don't become somebody that you don't want to be. And so she's always taught me to be independent, be who I want to be and live your own life before you get married, before you start dating. Because when you start dating, that's when you get kind of like serious, you know, like you might get married, and you can't be mad if that person that you were dating wants to marry you and you're just not ready because you put yourself in that situation. So I'm going to get serious on this episode. So you guys just be here for it. Now let's get right into it. Really quick, I know I keep making side notes, but one of my good friends, like, it was random too. Like, I just downloaded WhatsApp, and so I saw her profile picture on there, because you know it syncs your contacts. And so I saw her profile picture on there, and I texted her and I was like, oh my god, you look so pretty in your profile picture. You guys, you never know when somebody needs a little boost, like, in their confidence. Literally, like, she told me that was the most nicest thing. Like, she was so sweet about it. She said, I was having such an insecure day, and you just made me so happy, and that is so sweet of you. And it was just so sweet. So, like, you guys, always build up your friends, because, you know, you never know when they're having a bad day. You never know when they're going through something. So it's just always good to build up your friends. But anyway, I'm literally like super big on this topic. So why are you even obsessed with boys? I mean, honestly, why are you even obsessed with them? And why are they your entire personality? There is nothing that annoys me more than a girl who makes a guy, first of all, that they don't even know, but just a guy in general, their entire personality. Like, I just really hate that so much. And it's just like you're wasting yourself. You're wasting your personality. You're just wasting not your entire life, but like you're wasting time in your life that you can never get back on a guy that you're just making your entire personality. It's stupid to me. Like, honestly, why when you go out, all you can focus on is a cute guy? Like, yes, you can be like, oh, that guy's cute. Okay, end of story. Let's move on to something else. Like, literally, even Brooke from Pinterest, she told me, she was like, why do people talk about it all the time? Why can't we just listen to Taylor Swift and do our skincare? She gets it, you guys. She seriously gets it. Like, girls that get it, girls that don't get it, just don't. And so, like, I have a friend who, she's, like, literally obsessed with guys. That's all she talks about. And every time we go out, like, she's just always talking about him. And she's always just talking about guys in general. And she's always like, do you think he's cute? Do you think he's cute? How about we talk about something else? You guys, I'm serious. Like, it's not like I get nervous around guys, because I don't. Why would you get nervous around anyone, honestly? Why be nervous when you can be confident? It's a choice. But anyway, she's just always talking about guys, and like, even like my family picks up on that, like my mom. And I'm like, yeah, it's so annoying. And she's like, yeah, it kind of is. She was like, why do you hang out with her still? And I was like, that's a good question. So I'm going to be telling you guys literally everything about this, because I caught myself. I was thinking, like, why am I hanging out with this girl? It's like, her entire personality is about guys. It's so annoying. And the crazy thing is, she'll say that. Like, she'll be like, I hate when people's personality is all about guys. I'm like, girl, your personality is all about guys. Of course, I don't say that because I'm not like a rude person, but like, seriously, it's just ridiculous. So I think it's okay to have natural feelings, obviously, for someone, but there's a difference between the two. There's a difference between being obsessed with guys and just actually just having feelings for someone and then just, like, moving on. Because, like, you know, you can think that Leonardo DiCaprio in the 90s, you can think he's cute, but you're not going to, like, make him your entire personality. That's not all you're going to be talking about, like, forever and ever. Let's talk about Taylor Swift, you know? Let's talk about something else. And so I just feel like there's a big difference between the two of those. And when you are actually craving a relationship, you're usually just craving those things from yourself. Like, I heard Jade and Haley say this, like, you're literally, and it's so true, like, you're literally deep down just craving a relationship. You're craving self-love. You're craving little moments of, like, love with yourself. Don't expect these things from other people. Do it for yourself. Practice self-love before you can expect someone else to love you. You know, I just really hate when people think the opposite of that. So here are some points that you should think about, different things you should think about if you are obsessed with boys and, like, you know, just get over the obsession. So first of all, honestly, it's just really good to shift your focus from boys and being obsessed with them and just, like, making them your entire personality to your internal self, your self-care, your personal growth, yourself. It's good to start shifting your focus from bad to good. So one, understanding the obsession. So there's so many negative impacts of obsessing over guys and just making them your personality. It could be low self-esteem, reduced productivity, neglecting your personal passions. It could just cause you to do things that you never do. So I really recommend you guys to stop doing that and honestly just look at the negative impacts. Like, obviously, low self-esteem. Guys will talk about you behind your back, or they'll talk about you to your face. And then you'll try to be like, if they feel like you don't reach their standards, now you're going to try to be somebody that you're not. They just lower your self-esteem, especially at a point where you shouldn't be dating. Like, honestly, I feel like you shouldn't date in high school. I feel like you should wait till after. And for me, I probably wouldn't even start dating till I'm like 27, because honestly, I'm independent, I'm an it girl, and I don't want to focus my life on guys. I want to live my own life first, and then I can get married and have a family and do things like that when I'm ready in my late 20s. Don't feel pressured to be in a relationship if you have friends who are in relationships. You guys can have your own separate lives, but you guys can still be friends, okay? So, self-discovery. So there's so much importance in self-discovery and how it can lead you to a more fulfilling and confident life. Discovering who you are at a young age will benefit you forever, because now you know who you are and what you don't accept and what you require in friendships and relationships. I'm so serious about that, because literally when you go to start discovering yourself, you're in your wellness journey, you're trying to think about and realize who you want to be in life. Those are big questions. Know who you want to be in life. Start to discover who you want to be in life. This is the perfect time to start discovering those things, because it's not too late. It's too late when you're already in a relationship with kids and now you can't even discover who you are because you've ran too fast, you know? And of course you can have your own personal opinions about this topic, but this is just what I feel about this topic. You're not forced to listen to this episode. You're not forced to have the same opinion as me. This is my opinion. So I just feel like that you should discover who you are at a young age, because if you wait to discover who you are and you're in a relationship with this guy, then like you don't know. Oh my God, I thought I saw a bug, you guys. I get so scared when I see bugs. But now, like, you're able to think about, like, who you are, who you want to be, what you require in your friendships, what you require in your relationships. What are your standards? You don't have time to understand what your standards are when you're dating in high school, you know? You're so focused on school, you're so focused on the things that happen in high school that you can't even realize who you are, what you want, what you expect from relationships, and just what do you want in a person, you know? So I just feel like that on that topic, you should really just discover who you are. And good ways to discover who you are is to ask yourself those big questions and journal them. Who do I want to be? Why do I want to be this person? What do I want to be known for? What is my identity? Different questions like that can just really help you to discover yourself more and more. Now, setting goals. So discuss with yourself, or if you have like close friends or something like that, you can, or even your mom, the benefits of like personal goals, because I feel like it's really fun when you have goals with other people as well. Like, of course, you can have goals for yourself, but I almost feel like it benefits you and like makes you like push you even harder to reach those goals when you tell close people. Of course, not anybody, but like people who are close to you, your goals, because then like they both can, you and that person both can be working on goals at the same time, and it can just be really fulfilling to encourage each other. I just think that's so cute, so fun. But setting personal goals and seeing like how they can give you a sense of purpose and direction can be really nice. Like, you know, setting goals can make you feel like you're not just wallowing and not just like floating around in your life. Excuse me. I just feel like setting goals can just be really so good for you and just really makes you feel more fulfilled, have more of a purpose, know what you want to do. You're not just sitting around. Like, you're not just sitting around doing school. Yeah, you're passing, but are you getting those A's and B's that you want to get? If you have a goal to get A's and B's, why are you sitting here getting a C on stuff? Literally. Grades are a choice. You can choose to get an A and B or a C, or even a failing grade. You can choose what you want by the action that you put in through these steps. If you have a goal to get a B on a test, why are you sitting around texting a guy when you could be studying? You could be doing flashcards, you could be making your Quizlets, you could be doing mock tests, you could be doing all these things when you're sitting here wasting your time obsessing over a guy that probably doesn't even like you. I'm serious, you guys. Make goals. Next is pursuing your passions. So explore your interests and your hobbies, and this can really just help you boost self-esteem and bring you joy. Building a career can really make you feel like this as well. But as a teenager, of course, you can't build a career right now, but you can start setting and preparing for your career. So I feel like you can get more into different hobbies. Like, if you really have always wanted to play an instrument, but you're kind of nervous, play the instrument, try it. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. It's okay. You don't have to force something to be your thing just because a guy wants you to do it or because somebody else wants you to do it. You should just do what you want to do, okay? Literally do what you want to do. Make different hobbies like your, how do I put this? Make different hobbies like, when people ask you what are you into, like, say your hobbies, and then when you can tell them your hobbies, you can make friends based on that hobby. Because like I said, you don't want to have friends that are just obsessed with guys all the time, but when you tell them your hobbies, you can kind of get like a gist or kind of get like a little insight on who they are, and just asking them what their hobbies are can really just tell you that as well. I feel like exploring your interests can really just like distract you from thinking about guys all the time, doing things that you like and just things that can really fill up your time and just make you happy, being productive. Just building yourself up and getting on your self-discovery journey can really just help you to stop focusing so much on guys. Building your self-esteem is really important in this too. So tips for building your self-esteem and self-worth would be to, let me start from the beginning. So building self-esteem, yes, it seems hard, okay? I realize that. I know it's hard, but I've done it and you can do it as well. It's actually not that hard, obviously. So discover why you feel insecure about something on you, or if you just feel insecure about yourself, like as a whole, discover why you feel insecure about that and start from there. Think about who made you feel that way. And if it's a guy, that's double the points, because now it makes you not want to, like, you know, it makes you feel the same way as me on this episode. But think about who made you feel that way and invest more time into your looks, and not just to feel like, of course, we want to feel pretty, but don't do it where it's like you're feeling pretty for other people. Feel pretty for yourself. If you like the way you look, but somebody else doesn't like the way you look, so what? What does their opinion have to do with the way you look? They're not you. They're not wearing your clothes every single day. They're not looking like you. What does that have to do with them? I'm serious. What does that have to do with them? Be yourself. yourself. Be who you want to be. Invest time in your looks if you want to. You're not forced to, but if you want to do it, then do it. Don't feel bad for it. And then invest time in your mental health as well. Buy self-improvement books. I'm telling you, sometimes they're expensive, but see if your local library has them. You could just read them. And it's really good to invest in yourself. Time, energy, and just love into yourself can just really pay off, Investing time into a relationship that you know isn't going to last very long, that can just be a waste of your time, energy, and love. But when you invest in yourself, that's never a waste of time. Building healthy relationships is also great. So focusing on yourself can lead to healthier and more balanced relationships in the future and in the long run. So you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. My mom tells me that all the time. And remember that if you love yourself so much, you will have the courage to walk out of unhealthy relationships and friendships. So I just really believe in this because honestly, it's so true. Like if you build love for yourself and know that you love yourself enough to let go of these friends that are making you feel bad. Let go of energy drainers. Let go of a guy that maybe you like, but he treats you like crap. Get out of those unhealthy ruts and start loving yourself enough to come out of those unhealthy relationships. Practicing mindfulness and self-care is actually a great thing as well. So the roles of mindfulness and self-care routines and techniques for managing stress and anxiety is really great as well, because honestly, doing 5-minute meditations in the morning, like right when you wake up or like before you go to bed, it can just really help you to have either a really good day or just be able to sleep really nice and soundly and not have like a million things on your mind while you're trying to go to sleep. Doing things that make you happy, watching comfort movies, eating comfort food, all of this can make you feel so good and just so nice, so feminine, so teenage girl vibes, and just can really help you to just practice mindfulness. Because yes, mindfulness is about managing your stress and anxiety, but it's also about doing things that make you happy. So self-care routines for that, you can remember that you don't have to be productive all the time. Practicing self-care means to be able to take a day off to do nothing. You don't have to be productive all the time. Be able to relax, be able to watch a movie and not have to think about, well, there's probably something I need to get done right now. Because, some people just are in those work ruts. You don't have to feel that way, you guys. I'm serious. You don't have to feel that way about every little thing. Managing your stress and anxiety is really good as well. If you need to, go to therapy and just really practicing different therapy at home techniques too. Just listening to the podcast, listening to other podcasts, reading self-improvement books. It's literally free therapy. But next is education and careers. So it's important to live for yourself. Not for any other human being. Of course, we live for God, but he's not a human as well. So, he's not a human. So, that doesn't really matter in this situation because, like I said, humans not God. Of course, we love him and we care for him. We make him our priority in life, but he's not a human in this aspect. So, anyway, focus on what you want to do and what you want out of your life. Ask yourself those big questions. Like I said earlier, what's important to you? If you want for your education, if you want your career to be modeling career, start from the beginning. Like I said this in the previous Girl Boss episode as well. If you want to become a model, take the first few steps. If you want to be a psychologist, take the first few steps. Take those classes you need in high school to just develop on those interests. Purchase or rent out different books that are about different topics that you may want. Become a fashion designer. Invest in a sewing machine. Take sewing classes. Watch sewing YouTube videos. Invest your time and energy into things that are going to build yourself and your own career. Next is communities and friendships. So there's so much value in nurturing friendships and building a supportive community. Make friends who feel the same way on this topic with you. Literally, if you have friends who are obsessed with guys and that's all they talk about, make new friends. I'm serious, you guys. Because if you don't want to be obsessed with guys all the time, but you hang out with people who are always obsessed with guys, you become your friends. You don't want to become that type of person, so make new friends. Of course, don't just drop them, be rude to them like that, because it girls are not rude, we're respectful, we're kind. But just distance yourself from them over a period of time. Next is empowerment and independence. So shifting your focus to yourself can lead to greater empowerment and independence. And being an independent girl, it's just so fun. Being independent doesn't just mean not relying on someone else. It means standing up for yourself, being confident, and just being unapologetically you. I always screw up that word. Whether it's in school, whether it's talking to my friends, I always never say it right. But I just feel so strongly about that topic. There's even a book called 13 Things That... What is it called? Hold on. Let me look it up real quick because I honestly really want to know what it's called. 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. I really recommend this because I have been looking into and I just really want to get this book. Here are the 13 things. So don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. Don't give away your power. Don't shy away from change. Don't focus on things you can't control. Don't worry about pleasing everyone. Don't fear taking calculated risks. Don't dwell on the past. Don't make the same mistakes over and over. Don't resent other people's success. Don't give up after the first failure. Don't fear alone time. You guys, I get kind of tongue-tied sometimes. Don't feel the world owes you anything. And lastly, don't expect immediate results. I love this whole concept of the book. So I recommend you guys to try to read that book and maybe we can read it together. But yeah, so I feel that way about that topic on empowerment and independence. Think about different things that you want out of your life, out of yourself, out of just you in general. Here's some practical tips on just focusing more on yourself and your own life. So you can try to, if you live on your own, which you probably don't as a teenager, but if you do, and say, for example, you want to decorate your house. Decorate it the way that you want to. Invest your time into your space, your surroundings, because a dirty and an unkept room is just a reflection of your mind. Also, become like a chef, not like a real chef, cook things for yourself, make healthy meals for yourself. Healthy is a point of view, so whatever you feel is healthy, eat that. Different things that can really just make you feel strong and upbuild every single day can just really be great and just make you feel more light, just make you feel more ready to take on the day. Just do really nice little physical activity during the day as well is really fun. Not doing full-on HIIT workouts if you don't like that. Just going on little walks throughout the day, doing a little bit of yoga, a little bit of Pilates, just different things like that can just really make you feel good about the day and just help you to focus more on your own life and yourself. Building nighttime and morning routines can really help you to just be happy with who you are and just be able to enjoy the mornings and nighttime. Now is overcoming the challenges. So there are a lot of common challenges and resistance that might arise when you start to shift away your focus. So it can be hard because most of this generation focuses and watches TV shows about teen love, like The Summer I Turned Pretty, different shows like that. It's literally all about that, literally about the girl. She's going between two guys, not even focusing on herself, even though they try to make it seem that way. I just strongly disagree with that show. Also, people are reading different books, Colleen Hoover books that are just all about that, all about love, different things like that. And honestly, shows like that and books like that will ruin all the work that you have done and tried to work on throughout today's episode. And it'll just influence you to reverse everything, and that's not what you want. Stop watching those shows that are all about love. Honestly, stop watching different things like that if you don't want your life to be like that. You know how sometimes you'll just make your whole personality about a movie you watch? That can even happen on romance type of movies. You'll start to crave that romance. And that's why me and my mom, we don't even watch shows like that, movies like that. That's a thing for us because we don't want to be obsessed with guys. We want to be independent girls who do what we want to do and just have a great life, So, of course, you can watch shows that maybe have a little bit, say, for example, she has a crush on somebody, but that's only one episode. It's not about the whole show. What I mean is how in The Summer I Turned Pretty, the whole show, the whole season, 2 seasons just about that same topic. I'm not hating on anyone who likes that show, but for me, I don't like that show and I won't ever watch it. So also, here's some listener stories, not from personal listeners, but different things that I have listened to. So Jaden Haley from Busy Yet Pretty podcast, she always focuses on herself and she's literally a girl boss, you guys. I listened to her episode on being an independent girl. It's the cutest episode ever. I love that episode. How to Be a Dream Girl episode is great too. Being a Golden Class Girl is great as well. Just watching and listening to different people who don't focus their attention on guys and just focused on themselves and just of course other people as well. But I'm saying in a healthy way, focusing on other people can just be so nice to watch and listen to. But in conclusion, realizing that you don't have to focus your whole personality and your whole mindset on guys can just be such a relief, and it's just really good to prioritize your own well-being and personal growth. So I just really recommend that for you guys. I want you guys to live the best life that you can, so I'm just trying to help you guys become an it girl. And if you are it girl in training, I hope you guys can be an it girl by the end of a couple episodes. But anyway, I hope you guys really liked this episode. Please leave me a rating and review over Apple Podcasts and Spotify to be featured on next week's episode. And it just helps other teens like you and me to be able to find the podcast. And I just really recommend to share it with your friends, different things like that. And I just love you guys so much. And I will see you guys in next week's episode. Bye!